Okay guys, welcome again. This is a late hour, but hopefully this will get recorded properly. I'm following the group, I think it's C or F? I think it's F. So I thought I will do like a live commentary when I'm not playing. This is an experiment. If it fails, you will probably see some other recording instead of this. So right now, it's P along the way. Everybody picks a double resource. Here we have some resemblance of a green strategy. Unfortunately, I cannot see their hands, but it might be fun to do it like this. So I will talk maybe more strategically, less tactically, and I will just try to predict who is winning and how it's going right now. So here, Saint Goriab, that's nice, but he still he prefers Timberyard in one of the neighboring one of the neighbors to have Timberyard, so he can actually access this stage of the wonder. I can see that he is properly pushing for red because he's opposite Colossus. These guys naturally tend to go for the green strategies. Obviously here we have an all-in for green right now. Basil is doing everything for green. Here we have, trying to stabilize for red from Kicek. He might be in a tough position this game, to be honest, but I know he's an excellent player. I played with him many times. I don't remember the other guys, but I'm sure they're quite good as well. So this is a bit of a weird pick, but I think this strategy might be underrated by me. There is a lot of blue pushes here. Here we have, this is to Kicek, right? So that's a well placed with trading post. Here we have a stamp on red, which is surprising. Do we have a discarded card? Not yet. Kicek grabs Loom, which is important for him. Here we have a blue push. I'm very, very interested how this will go. Kicek grabs Press. Extravagant doesn't have enough Stone Pit, so I think this might be a slight mistake. And because of this pick, Saint Goriab here doesn't have two as well. So these two players are kind of in a peculiar position, to be honest. But so is everyone at this table, to be honest. Right now, I'm really liking Basil's position. Maybe some fails in the economy. Okay, so we are H2. Let's see. Caravanserai, excellent pick for this guy. Fixes everything for him. Forum, pretty good. Fixes the battle for him, and also make sure that these guys pay full price when accessing, some of the gray resources, unless they build it themselves. Kicek doesn't have a green yet. Here we have a dispensary, which is pretty weak, and no idea what was on that hand, but it's one of the weakest one, just because there are two of them. Okay, so we get more push in red, very interesting. I would expect this guy to be more in green, but I think this might be a good strategy. It's cool. Okay, stopping Basil from doing a lot of damage. It would be costly for him, like almost make him bankrupt, but still, pretty powerful card. Very curious what this guy will do, where he tried to get the points. Saint Goriab right now is looking golden, I would say. He has access to everything, not many resources, and crazy amount of points. But he will have trouble on reds. Okay, this guy secured his resources for now. Right now he has strong problems with gray, but everything looks pretty good. He doesn't have clay, but he has cheap access, and his wonder stages let him do that. Here we just have a problem with tablets. Would be really curious if this guy, but he won't be able to grab the library right now because he doesn't have enough money yet. Let's look at the points. Saint Goriab looks like he's doing well right now. Okay, so this push by Colossus, this makes this pick dependent on if the other red goes here. So here we have some wonder pushes. Not a lot of wonders built H1. Not a lot of cards discarded also. This guy were fully in. Okay, this is an important card for this guy. He might be able to grab the 7-pointer. So yeah, Sandgoriep would be okay. He grabs the other red. I think this makes him in prime position to win this game, and this is a good red as well. Okay, this guy gets a lot of resources. That's 7 cards for resources, and I think we are finishing H2. These guys are playing very, very, very fast. Colossus has some problems. He built all the stages, and he has like the grays are going to be expensive. He doesn't have a good lead. Okay, he grabbed the Scriptorium. That's very important for him. So I'm not really sure what Babylon is doing. Like with the points, this has been a very tough game, I would say, for him. But I can't seem to find, you know, a way for him to really snowball. I would say Basil and Sandgoriep are right now doing really well. But at the same time, Extravagant is entering this age with like the best score. Okay, he grabs the 7-pointer. That's really important. Here we have fortifications, kind of cementing the win. That makes Basil red really bad. Maybe not really bad, but pretty bad. Okay, let's see what happens here. Right now it's Extravagant in first, in second Goriep, then Basil, no idea, Chida, so it seems something like Basil, and Kicek. Okay, sorry for yawning, guys, but it's a bit late here. Okay, some important turns. Okay, that push was not necessary. Here we have a 5-pointer, here we have a wonder stage. As you can see, this guy, I really like what this guy is doing. Obviously he has, you know, some, like the cards also let him do that, but he left the room open because he knew that his resources are pretty bad for turn, like for H3, so he left, you know, some space that he can explore with the weaker picks. And I really like. I don't know if it will give him, like, you know, the first place. Okay, what happened here? This is an important card. This was a good. This was a very good one. You know, like surprisingly good compared to his resources. And this is a great card for him. And also maybe important to snag it from this guy. Maybe not. He won't build it, but he might have, you know, build it from the discard if it wasn't picked. Okay, so right now, let's see. Extravagant, it's like at he's kind of like at 38. Here Basil 34, 30. Ooh, this looks like 42. And this one looks like 40. Okay. There will be a push, like, you know, Babylon with this kind of setup is kind of gaining 9 points at the last hand, and this guild looks pretty good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and he had to pay 3 for that, so that's like a 6-pointer. But maybe with enough guilds this can turn out pretty good. Okay, so this is a good enough card for Colossus for this stage. He's building from this card, so this is 5, not that great. But not terrible also, and this was 3 for him. And okay, Sandgoriep was forced to or decided to build all the way. Maybe he buried like the red card, so he knows that he's winning red cheaply. That would be smart. So Kicek is Kicek right now. I think he can pay the Goriep all the money in the world. I don't think he's beating him. It's the matter of who can get the second place in this one. It's actually pretty funny to commentate in that way. Okay, so this is 3, but it will obviously be 6. So that's actually a very good guild because it doesn't require much gray. So Kicek got a 6 pointer for 1 gold. Pretty good. No Guardians, that's worse. And he gets a 6. Oh, that's a perfect yield for Colossus in a situation like this. Very surprised that Goryep didn't snatch it from that hand. Okay, so right now looks like Goryep is still winning by a lot, but actually Basel is pushing. Okay, now we have their final result. So Goryep first, second is let's see, second is Extravagant on the tiebreaker, and third is Basel and Kicek. Unfortunately, last, I think that this Babylon basically didn't achieve, you know, what it was trying to do. But a very fun game. I'll try to move to the next game. It was actually very close. Let's see if I can do this. Okay, I was able to do just that. Hopefully they will start soon, as I don't want you guys to like keep waiting on this video, and I'm really starting to get into the editing, but it just takes so long. If you don't have like a supercomputer, editing files like this for like a good quality on my computer, it takes like hours, so that's really scary. Okay, so everybody has a different wonder now. That's very good for the gameplay. B, 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 and B. I would maybe consider A for Giza, but from what I've seen, nobody picks Giza A. Okay, let's see how it works out. Okay, so I expect this guy to be in full green, basically. Here I expect a lot of red, and I expect Giza to kind of, you know, try to maybe throw some green, do a lot of wonder stages, try to, you know, bury a lot of points, so that, you know, these guys are forced into too much red, maybe. Looks like a tough game for Giza. But Goryep won the first one, so it's only fair. Interestingly, Basel picked Excavation over Clay Pit, which I think is a good approach. But yeah, okay, that's good. Okay, so here we got covered for. Basel is doing something crazy. There's like a push for a wonder stage. I wonder what can that mean. What was so important to bury? It wasn't a gray card, which normally maybe Alexandria Bistrat. Maybe he's trying to push for green in the second round. Looks like he can achieve almost all of them, except for the one that he already has a resource for. So that's pretty good. Okay, so Goryep has access to all the grays, same for this guy, and of course same for this guy. So the only one with the problem currently, no access to Papyrus, is Extravagant. Actually picking Press on the first hand, as you can see, this guy will be out of Scriptoriums, no matter what he does. And this is something that you can do against the green players. Okay, so let's see. Kicek was last time, so he needs to, you know, he needs a good result on this round. Okay, so there is there is a strong push for the wonder. I wonder what he will do with that. Normally, I would say that's an indication of a green push, but we will see. Giza is doing too much yellow, I think, for my taste. But we will see. we will see. Okay, so yes, reds will be like Kicek seems like very strong in red right now. He has everything that he wants. Okay, we're starting H2. So here we got Caravanserai. I wonder if that's an overkill. But right now we are winning red against Sangoriep, who seems kinda lost, I would say, in this game. Not much, to be honest. A lot of cards and not much to show for it. Here we actually get into green. And here we got a red push. So very curious what this will mean. He snatched Aqueduct from the buffs, but I think it's more about the red now. There are only 4 red cards, and red is really important in the second round in 4-player game. Okay, we'll see. Here we have, like, you know, everything is covered, basically. I think Colossus at this point can start worrying mainly about points. He can add a card or even 2, I think, just because he's Colossus. But I think the position is very safe. I will just like 1 more red. I would bet that Kicek is going to win this one. Here we will have an interesting dynamic between reds and greens. Here I say, as I said, I think Giza position is nothing to, you know, envy. But maybe he can surprise me. Like, I've crossed out Giza in 4-player games so many times and it came out on top. So, you know. Okay, we got a Temple, which is, I think, a pretty weak pick, actually. When you are doing it like that, it doesn't, like... the free 7-pointer is not that much of an advantage. So, I think about... Like, if you pick a 7-pointer, it was free and 2 gold saved. So not that much. Sangoriep is thinking. We'll see. Okay, so he picked walls. That was a good one. That was the one that Giza wanted. Okay, so here we kind of have, you know, like a fight that's not benefiting anyone. They're picking reds and greens from each other, which is pretty crazy. I don't think that Foundry was necessary. Maybe there was nothing better on that hand, but that Foundry looks pretty bad to me. Doesn't help, like, with anything that we really want to accomplish. Dispensary was free anyway. So again, green fight. Maybe Giza can profit enough off of this fight and them drawing that Giza can actually... Oh, this was just 4 gold. So this is almost like a throw. And the resources are still not great. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And really, the resources still pretty bad. Sorry guys, my voice is killing me after all this day. Okay, this was also not necessary, especially after paying for that one. Yep, this looks like Kicek, Basel, and I don't know who will be third. I think there were some decent picks early, but then, like, you know, the strategic plan was a little lost, and also it was, you know, hard to form a great strategy because they got put into harder positions, I would say. Okay, round 3. Excellent pickup for him. Pretty good pickup for him. Study was important for both of them, so kudos for doing that. I think it was hidden by Sangoriep. What did Sangoriep get? Gardens. Yeah, one of the weaker cards. And he did actually have to pay for that one. So, not great. Not great. I think this Giza position is very weak. Okay, another observatory, which is a very could play against Basel, but as you can see from the points, it doesn't look too good. Kicek, I think, is definitely first this game. Maybe Basel can catch him, but not really. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 more points in store, so he's like 38. And then an 8-pointer to top of that. Okay, so we will not look at Kicek anymore because he is winning this game. Extravagant. I think that was a mistake. Basically, you are playing this. This gives you 0 points. Like, it gives you 2 points just because you are not losing to both of them. But you know, some of them might play. You are not winning 2 reds, and the only way to play this is if you are winning 2 reds, but you are not doing that, like, not in a million years. So I think with that play, unfortunately, Extravagant pushed him to the last place. We'll see how did he do in the last game. He was second, so he still has a chance in the third game. So this will be 1, 2, 3, 4, in my opinion. How far are we? There is no way to tell, right? Let's count. He had 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is round 5 out of 6. So we are approaching the end. Hey, this is a good card. This yeah. I guess this game is kinda decided. Now they're just going through the motions. I think Extravagant had a real chance of placing third in this one. Not sure if there was like any stopping after the initial play for red. But this is something that, you know, like Kicek was last, so they were not really fighting against him, so he has a chance to bounce back. And he, like, as I said, I played many games with Kicek, and I think he's a great player. So I was expecting him to get out of this group. Okay, let's see if I was correct. Yes, in the end, Extravagant just got 1 point less. I think it was the red play, actually. Yep. Okay, let's try to get to the third game. Hopefully we do not have to wait for long for this one. And we can wrap it under 30 minutes. I need to remember to place water when I'm recording these long videos. Okay, I think they haven't started yet, and as you can see, there are more people watching. And New Touch, spoiler alert, got out one of the groups. She topped one of the groups, so okay, more spectators. Okay, Wonders. Another Colossus next to Giza. That looks really good for Colossus, and only one red Wonder. This looks like very good for the Kicek and Puzzle. That's immediately jumps out to me. We'll see. Extravagant is in a tough position this game, I think. Again. And he started with Lumberyard, which is pretty bad. Okay, here we have an early Apo. So far, no grays. Okay, we have a first gray to be expected. Ooh, again, double. Weird play, I would say, from Giza. I don't like double trading posts. If you do not have like the money, especially. Okay, he picks up Tavern, which makes more sense. Here we have a blue play. Here we have like, you know, standard I'm Colossus, let's dominate on red and get a lot of resources and win. Here we have a standard green play, which looks very good. So I think this would be a correspondence matchup between Halicarnassus and Rhodos for the win. Right now it looks like it. Of course, a lot can change, but you know, looking at it right now, here we have a fight for red actually, you know, he paid for those barracks. There is one more guard tower in play. Do we have a discarded card? Not yet. So somebody probably buried. Okay, H2 starts. Basel got with pawn shop even. Looks very good for Basel, but it looks very good for Kicek as well. He can even win red and green. Okay, let's see who gets the Caravanserai. Still no battle in the first round. Okay, Caravanserai here. That might actually be something. Okay, here we have a continuation of the blue strat. Here we have a missing lab. Pretty important. Actually, there is 5 discarded cards, so maybe the other lab is there, but I don't know, hard to say. Here, no, actually Basel discarded, right? So what did he have? What he discarded? Hard to really say. Okay, we have 4 spectators right now. That's great. Okay, we are waiting for the second pick. I would still say these guys have a big chance. From my understanding, like this strat rarely works. We have a fight for red actually. Let's see if the classes will be able to pick a red card. If not, he's suddenly in trouble. No red card yet. And a continuation of the strat. Let's see. This I think Extravagant is a little too far behind. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He cannot pick any research cards, I think, if he wants to win. That can be a point card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. Basel is at 3. I'm really curious what happened to the red cards. Is he drawing with 2 of them? If so, then you know this is a slight disadvantage. Maybe it's good for Goriap, but probably not enough looking at points. Looks like the reds got buried or, you know, thrown. There is 6 discarded cards. I think at least one of them is by Halicarnassus. Let's see how many greens are at the end. Okay, the Colossus picks up the red card. I think it seals at least the second place for him. But I would expect him to actually win this thing. 4 from Bazaar. So Goriap is, I think, fighting for the 3rd place right now with Extravagant. Okay, that's the first one actually. There was no Glassworks before. Okay, so h3 starts. That's 6 cards for the... actually, I think Kicek is in trouble. He played too much resource cards for the green strategy and got nothing for the red card. And there is no points, no nothing. I think he got countered hard. But I also think that's basically a mistake, picking so many cards. Like there gotta be something else. Okay, so we have a red continuation, which I don't really like. We have a 7-pointer, which was actually very important. Let's see if we got any good guilds. That's a weak start also for Halicarnassus player. Actually, I think he is last right now. This was I thought he will be fighting for the win, but it's actually, just trying to get above ground. He was first and fourth. If he gets the third place, I think he's out of the running. Basel is safely winning this game right now. Yeah. I don't know. It can still maybe change but I don't expect it. He doesn't have any good plays. To be honest, he would have to get enormous amounts of money from these guys to even start competing. Okay, this guy gets an 8-pointer. How much did it cost? Goryep 4 coins. And paid all to Kicek, which is correct, except it's not. He actually should have paid Basel because he's not really fighting him. Here it's just fighting Kicek, but it's actually very good. Blue Star is working for him again. I think he won the first game with it. Maybe that's something new. But he won't win this one, but he may be second in this game. So let's see. Here we got a 6-pointer cheaply for 1. That's good. Who did he pay? He actually paid Basel, which is correct. Again, he's never catching Basel, but he's fighting against 2 other guys. I don't remember. Basel is thinking how to best win this game. He will be another Chilean going to the next round. Chile is, I think, having this will be the 6 out of possible 16 players that will be in the quarterfinals. I assume he will go. I don't know, actually. Let's while we're waiting, let's see the results of the previous games. Recent activity, no games played. So Basel got second and third, so first place will put him. Goryep was first and third, and Extravagant was second and fourth. So very, very tough race. Let's see what happens here. 5-pointer, not great. Here we actually almost have a green finish, but I do not think this will be enough. I think this is still last place. Basel is still going strong. He actually picked up the Great Guild. He picked up fortifications, depending if Extravagant want to fight him over it. But this is all actually benefiting Goryep, who will be going really strong, except he doesn't have a pick for a guild. This is just 2 points. So actually Extravagant might do it with Giza and place second with Giza. Will this ensure that he goes through? He will be fourth, second, and second. So this will be a tough call. Here he gets a great guild. Is this the last turn? 3, 6, 7, 8. That would be unfortunate if it was a last turn. Okay, he finishes. And actually he wins with it. Is it the end? I don't know. The fights haven't been counted. I think so. No, he probably doesn't win with it. So they're thinking about, I think, the last pick right now. Goryep suddenly seems... Why would you play that? This gives you 0 points. Kicek actually pushed almost to the first place. And in the end, we have, let's see, Basel first, Extravagant second, Kicek third. The blue strat choked at the end. That's a common thing, and actually this, misplaced. Like this misfired. So very close games. Well played, GG guys. I'm really happy about this was really fun for me to commentate live. Really crazy. Hopefully you guys enjoyed too. Obviously you do not get much from tactical perspective, but hopefully you can see from the bigger picture and how actually people are playing, and this can maybe let you make better decisions. So see you later guys, bye.